So first, let's look at explicit data templates because they're the most straightforward in terms of the way the data template gets hooked up to the data-bound control. First off, you're going to define a data template somewhere, and usually that's going to be in a resource dictionary. And again, you define that data template with some visual structure for some data object that you want to render out. You're going to give that data template a key if it lives in a resource dictionary, so that you can then refer to it by pointing to it with a static resource or dynamic resource markup extension from the appropriate property of the data-bound control. The property we're talking about here is either going to be the content template property of a content control or the item template of an items control, such as a list box. That tells that control to use that specific data template when it's rendering out the data-bound objects that it's pointed to. Then at runtime, it's going to be used to render out those data-bound objects and provide the visual representation of those objects. And again, the data template can contain bindings to the properties of that data-bound object. So let's take a look at a demo of using explicit data templates to render out some data.